Hey guys, it's Cece, and today I am here again with my girlfriend Janelle, so we can talk about our favorite female characters. It's really hard to rank them, so this isn't like a top something list. It's just in general our favorite female characters. They come from books, movies,
and TV shows.
Any of them. Some of them are our top 4 we agree on, and the rest are kind of all over the place. So we're gonna start with a couple of like honorable mentions for female characters we like, but aren't necessarily our favorites.
Yeah. So I think we both agree on this one.
Yeah.
Or these two. We both really like Anya and Cordelia from Buffy. I think they're both like kind of honorable mentions for us.
Yeah, like we already have multiple other female characters from Buffy on here, so we decided we couldn't just make this entirely Buffy lady populated. So Cordelia and Anya, honorable mentions.
Yes.
We also have on here season 1 Rebecca Bunch. So Rebecca Bunch is from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend took an enormous nosedive in season 2 and kind of ruined Rebecca's characterization.
Yeah.
Destroyed it. But season 1 Rebecca Bunch was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved her.
Another one is Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender. She's
great.
She is great. I mean, I guess she is in Korra too.
Oh yeah, she is kind of in Korra too.
But we're really talking about Avatar here.
Yeah. Again, we had someone else from Avatar: Legend of Korra, and she kind of won out, but Katara is also fabulous.
Yes.
I also really love Toph. Toph is a really great female character. And my other 2 honorable mentions go to Charlie Bradbury from Supernatural. She didn't get enough episodes of the show to really count as like a favorite female character, but she was quite influential to me. And then I also wanted to mention CJ Craig from The West Wing, because Allison Janney does an amazing job with that character. She's great. I love CJ. She's my favorite female character from The West Wing.
Okay, so are we into favorites now?
Now we get to talk about favorite female characters.
All right. So for me, from Star Wars, I love Princess Leia.
I don't know. I also really love Leia.
Yeah.
She's not one of my top favorites, but I love Leia.
Yeah.
I love that she is a princess and also a hard ass.
Yeah.
That's probably what speaks to her about. Speaks to me about her.
She's both Princess Leia and General Leia.
Yes, General Organa.
Yeah.
She kind of has both roles. My personal favorite Star Wars lady at this point is probably Rey from The Force Awakens, and moving forward, I'm hoping. I guess that could completely be ruined since we have more movies with her, but Rey meant a great deal to me when I went and saw The Force Awakens. She made me cry the first couple of times, just like connected to her a lot. You really love Rey.
Yeah, I also really like Rey. She's cool. She's going on an adventure. Interested to see where her character development is continuing to go.
Oh, yeah. I just have such high hopes.
Yeah, exactly. I could see her being one of my favorites, but I need to know where they're going with her before I can commit.
Yeah.
I don't want to have my heart broken like she might.
I might have my heart broken.
We'll see.
And then also Amy Dunn from Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn.
I agree on that, but I mean, I love Amy.
Yeah.
She's just a great character.
Amy's just like super complex and interesting, and she was honestly like the motivating force behind writing my thesis, so it would kind of be weird if I didn't mention her.
Yeah.
I just think that she's a really complex and interesting female character, just like I think all of Gillian Flynn's women are.
So another one for me, I love Sailor Moon.
Which one is she?
Sailor Moon!
Sailor Moon!
What's the fingers?
No, it's
Ah.
I'll punish you!
Yeah. I love Sailor Moon. I've loved Sailor Moon since I was a child, and I watched the TV show when I got home from school in the afternoon, and then I read all the manga, and now we've been watching the new editions that they've been releasing with the new dub, and I'm just really enjoying it. I don't know. I always love Sailor Moon. I like all the characters. I like all of the Guardians, but I think she's probably, she's a star.
Yeah,
so.
she's the main character.
Yeah.
I love her, and I also, weirdly keeping with my name theme, I really like Rey. Or Sailor Mars.
Yeah.
I really like her, too.
Yeah.
So a couple that are also one of my favorites that Janelle doesn't really have experience in or care about. I love Jessica Jones from the Marvel, Netflix show, Jessica Jones. Think she's one of, if not the most complex female character Marvel has right now that they're kind of working with, and I think that she's really allowed to explore her trauma and her anger, which is really nice for a female character. And then I also really love Rose Tyler from Doctor Who. She was my very first companion, and she will always have a special place in my heart. You've seen most of Rose.
Yeah, she's cool.
I really love Rose. I love how much she develops over the course of the show from being kind of a scared teenager to the person that she becomes, like Bad Wolf, Defender of the Universe. I love Rose. Another one that you have read, so you can talk about this one, is I love Celie, the main character from The Color Purple by Alice Walker.
The reason Cece loves her so much, and I mean, the reason I love her too, I mean, I like that book a lot, is that, like, I don't think there's a character, I can think of another character who goes through such a dramatic growth throughout a novel and changes so much from the first page to the last page. Celie is just, her strength as a character is just so impactful.
So we've both read the book. I've read the book twice and written an entire chapter about it for a thesis.
I read the book twice.
You did reread it. You've read the book twice. I've read the book twice. We went and saw the stage musical on Broadway when it was like Jennifer Hudson's last week, I think.
I recommend the stage musical.
Very, very good.
I do not recommend the movie.
No, I'm not. Neither of us are a fan of the movie.
Don't watch it.
No. I just, in all versions though, I think that Celie's inner strength rings through a lot, and nothing quite gets me in like any version of it as her line when she gets to kind of walk away from everyone and say that she is here. She said, I am here, and that gets me in every version of Celie.
Yeah.
She's just a really great character. So now we're going to talk about our top 4. We have the same top 4 female characters.
Yeah. It was, and like, when we sat down to try and come up with these lists, we were immediately named these 4 characters, like, so fast.
Yeah, we were like, okay, this person, this person, this person, this person. Who else do we go on after that?
Alright, first we're going to talk about Korra from
Legend of Korra.
Legend of Korra. It's funny because a lot of people don't like Korra. A lot of people do not like her one bit. They think that she's a whiny teenager and is hot-headed and that her character development is all over the place.
Okay, first of all, every time someone complains about a female character being, like, whiny as her defining thing,
I think a lot of people always just wanted to compare her to Aang. And she's not Aang. She's completely different. I think that, yeah, if you watch the first season, you're going to be like, this girl makes terrible decisions. But she's also, like, I don't know, how old is she supposed to be? Like, 17 or something? 16?
She's a teenager.
Yeah, she's a teenager.
And I think that she's another character that's really allowed to go through trauma and to process trauma in a really authentic way. And again, I don't think that happens very often. I feel like most of the characters who we love at the very top, it's because they're really allowed to explore the highs and the lows authentically. And
seasons 3 and 4 Korra are just... She's just great. She's just great.
Plus Korra and Asami, like...
Yeah, exactly.
The next person we want to talk about is Buffy Summers from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love Buffy. I know other people who've watched the show and they're like, you know, during this season, I really didn't like Buffy. She made bad decisions. There was not a single time over the course of the show that I was not 100% on Buffy's side of things.
No. Buffy is just one of those, like, the show's 7 seasons long. And I just was always on Buffy's side, and I was always rooting for her. And I think she's just such a great female character because she is really, like, kick-ass, but she's still also allowed to be feminine. She's allowed to grieve.
She's allowed to grieve, really,
honestly. She goes through a really dark place, and, you know, she's allowed to go through that dark place. It's not an arc of, like, 2 episodes. It's a whole season. And even before then, she struggles. Like, the first season is also kind of dark. I mean, it's super campy, but she's in kind of a bad place of not wanting her identity.
Well, and... I mean, this isn't really a spoiler to say, because I think it's a line that says so much about her, is near the end of the season when she's talking to Giles, and she says, like, I'm 16, Giles, I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Like, that's treated with such seriousness.
Yeah, and that's the very first season.
That's the first season.
Love Buffy.
I love Buffy.
Yeah.
Like...
her terrible outfits and all.
Oh, some of them are truly bad, but they all wear truly terrible outfits.
They do. This one is pretty obvious. I think a lot of people love her, but Hermione from Harry Potter. Book Hermione.
Not movie Hermione.
No. Book Hermione. I love Hermione. She's so, like, she's just so smart, but she's so annoying. And, like, She's just so annoying, but like in a great way.
I love this character. She's so annoying.
She can be.
She can be, which is what was taken away from her in the movies.
Exactly.
She was made into like a perfect version of herself instead of being allowed to have flaws.
As much as like a nerd as she was just like a very smart person.
Mm-hmm.
I like how like bookish and like kind of nerdy and kind of like out of it she is in the books, and how it shows that she's hurt by the exclusions, and how Ron and Harry treat her sometimes like she's, you know, third wheeling all the time.
And then on the other side of that, I love that there was this character who was all of these things. She's kind of internal and bookish and annoying, and then she's also incredibly ruthless, which is really interesting. Like 11-year-old Hermione Granger lit a teacher on fire. That was age 11. And I think that she only goes more extreme from there. And I just think that those two sides of her are both so interesting. I mean, I love Hermione.
Yeah.
I think most people really love Hermione.
Yeah.
And she's the best female character in that series.
Yes.
By far. By a lot. And our last favorite female character that we want to talk about is Willow Rosenberg, also from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love Willow. I love everything about Willow. She is my number one favorite female character, easily. Is she yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's also another very popular female character.
Yes.
You know, it's funny because there are people who I think prefer her in the first, like, 3-ish seasons when she is just, like, not just, but she is very much the nerdy bookworm introvert friend. But I love her journey from that to like powerful witch, even though she gets, and like how she gets kind of lost in that identity, but eventually she finds a balance, and she claims it.
I've talked about in videos before how valuable I think her coming out story is. Yeah, we should get her. She is.
There she is, our favorite female character.
Ta-da! Yeah, I've talked about in videos before how valuable I think her coming out story is, and how valuable her coming out story was for me to, like, recognize that it was okay to realize you were queer in college, and for that to be, like, really valid. I just love Willow. We both love Willow.
Like, I just don't have anything to, like, she's great. She's just great. She's just great.
That was articulate.
It is. I am articulate. I'm graduating college.
Yeah, we're literally graduating in like 2 days as of filming this. 3 days. We learned a lot with our English degrees.
Yeah.
And our ability to talk about things.
The symbolism of Willow.
It was occasionally very on the nose.
Yeah.
That symbolism. You know what my favorite aspect is of Willow Rosenberg?
What?
Her season 4 hairstyle.
Nah.
That's the best thing.
I thought you were gonna say her seasons 1 through 3 sweaters.
And overalls. You know what? Actually, you're right. It's the Kohl's look.
Yeah.
That really does it for me. The Kmart red overalls.
Yeah.
That.
Anyway.
And her relationship with Tara.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, those are some of our favorite female characters leading up to Willow is our number one. Willow's our favorite. Let us know what some of your favorite female characters are from books or movies or TV shows. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!